Welcome to the training session for culinary educator, industry professional, and bachelor degree evaluators for post-secondary accreditation site visits. Each slide in this presentation has an audio component, so make sure you keep your audio volume on. The slides will advance automatically when the audio has finished for that slide. This training presentation will start in a few seconds. The American Culinary Federation Education Foundation's Accrediting Commission, or ACFEF depends on ACF members to function as evaluators to provide unbiased, professional, and informative assessments of culinary arts and baking and pastry programs based on the established ACFEF Postsecondary Accreditation standards approved by the Accrediting Commission. It is imperative, therefore, to adequately prepare evaluators for their assigned duties and areas of assessment. Site visits to post-secondary programs are generally 3 to 4 days in length, and the team consists of 3 to 4 current ACF members, a staff representative or lead evaluator, a culinary educator evaluator, an industry professional evaluator, and a bachelor degree evaluator when necessary. There are special circumstances wherein we will bring a second culinary educator evaluator. For example, if there is a significant number of students or if there are a significant number of programs to be reviewed. Prior to a site visit, you might receive an email or call from the ACF National Office requesting your participation. The information provided to you will include dates of the visit, location of the visit, your function on the team, times for arrival and departure, and any logistics and needed travel arrangements. If you accept the offer from the ACF National Office to participate as an evaluator for a site visit, you must inform the office officially by responding to the email with your affirmative response or confirming over the phone with a staff member of the Accreditation Department at the ACF National Office. Additionally, if you want to decline an offer, please let us know so we do not continue to follow up with you regarding a site visit opportunity. Please note that site visit scheduling is ongoing and is filled on a first-come, first-served basis. If there is a possible conflict of interest regarding an offered site visit opportunity, please decline in order to avoid the appearance of impropriety. Within 10 days of your acceptance to participate, you'll receive in the mail an official letter of participation with the details of the site visit. Be sure to let the staff in the Accreditation Department know if you have any special dietary needs or if any other special accommodations are necessary. Depending on your method of travel, whether you're driving or flying, you may be contacted by the ACF Travel Services Manager, who will be responsible for all travel planning for the site visit. You will not have to book a ticket or secure a rental car, if needed, on your own. Once the evaluation team is complete for a site visit, you will receive via email the Evaluator's Handbook, which is a collection of documents that will be useful to you in preparing for the site visit. The documents you will receive will include the Canons of Ethical Responsibility. This must be signed on-site and given to the staff representative. Independent Contractor Agreement. This must be signed prior to the site visit and faxed or scanned and emailed to the ACF National Office. Sample Interview Questions. Evaluator Responsibility Check Sheet. ACFEF Post-Secondary Accreditation Standards. ACFEF Required Knowledge and Skill Competencies for Post-Secondary Accreditation. ACFEF Post-Secondary Accreditation Team Report, and ACF Travel Expense Report. The information you receive will be specific to the type of programs you will be reviewing. Once the evaluation team is complete, you will also receive an email with a site visit data sheet attached, which contains important logistic information regarding the site visit. You may receive multiple versions of the data sheet as it is continually updated with new information, such as the hotel reservations and reception details, until the date of the site visit. Make sure you review the site visit data sheet to ensure that all of your information is accurate. You will receive a copy of the self-study from the program at least 2 weeks prior to the site visit. It is your responsibility as an evaluator to read the self-study in its entirety before you arrive on site. You should be very familiar with the program. Get to know the number and names of the faculty, number and types of programs, number of students, number of campuses, and the name of the program coordinator. Review all the attached exhibits and make notes of anything that is missing from the required exhibits list in the self-study template, or any questions that you will need to ask when you arrive for the site visit. The staff representative will be responsible to let the accreditation department at the ACF National Office know ahead of time so that the missing documentation can be requested to be on site for the evaluation team at the time of the site visit. As an industry professional evaluator, you will be tasked with contacting the local ACF chapter president and find out what kind of involvement the chapter has with the program and vice versa. Local ACF chapter information is available on the ACF website. As a culinary educator, you will need to contact recent graduates of the program, which are taken from the self-study. Use the sample interview questions provided in your evaluator's handbook to ask specific questions about the program and the graduate's experience. As a bachelor degree evaluator, you will need to review closely the program's submitted ACFEF bachelor degree domains for completeness. Use the ACFEF bachelor degree standards to evaluate upper-level courses for the program. Generally, the site visit evaluation team should arrive at the hotel by 4 p.m. on the first day of the site visit. Once settled into the hotel, the team should plan to meet to plan out the next steps for the site visit. Get to know each other and talk about times and logistics for the remainder of the site visit. If there is no reception planned for the team on the arrival day, the staff representative will arrange a meeting or dinner to discuss the plans for the following day on site at the campus. Divide and assign responsibilities for the following day on campus. Review the self-study together and share any important points. If the program is hosting a reception for the team, be sure to meet prior to the reception to discuss details for the night and go over the policies and procedures for site visits. At the reception, be sure to wear proper attire, which should be chef's uniform or business professional dress. Work the room to gather information. Be sure you speak to all constituents represented. Use the sample interview questions from your evaluator's handbook. Do not stay with one person or group too long. After the reception, the team may have a short meeting to discuss anything that came up at the reception. If there's information that all evaluators have heard that might be a concern, this should be addressed the following day with the program coordinator. Briefly discuss the schedule for the next day. The program may provide you with an agenda that they have prepared, but the staff representative will have the final say regarding the schedule on site. The team should arrive on campus the next morning around 8 a.m. The day is short, and there is much to be seen by the team. Evaluators should be wearing chef's coats, black pants, and closed-toed shoes. Meet with the program coordinator and members of administration as soon as possible to inform them of the process for the on-site portion of the visit and give them an opportunity to ask any questions. This should be a brief meeting conducted by the staff representative of the evaluation team. During the opening interview, the staff representative will conduct the meeting. However, you should be prepared to introduce yourself and give a brief description of your qualifications. It is important as evaluators to receive a tour of the culinary facilities so you know where to find the classrooms, kitchens, and offices you will need to visit throughout the day. You do not, however, need to visit any other parts of the campus that have nothing to do with the program the evaluation team is on campus to review. Make sure at least one team member visits the library, tutoring center, and bookstore if these areas are separate from where the program facility is. Once your team has received a tour of the culinary facility, you should meet together to review the responsibilities of observation and evaluation for the day. The division of evaluation responsibilities should fall in line with your area of expertise. This is a team evaluation, however, and you will need to work together and share the load of responsibilities. Keep a list of any observations you make that are important to put into the team report. List any areas you see as strengths and those as possible non-compliance areas. If you think you may have identified a non-compliance issue, make sure you have notes and observations to substantiate your claim and explain to the evaluation team why you think there is a non-compliance. Keep a separate list of suggestions for areas that could use improvement but are not non-compliances. These additional suggestions will be added to the end of the team report summary for the benefit of the program. When interviewing students, it is not necessary to write their names or to take notes at the time of interview. If they see you are writing things down while they are speaking, they may not be very open to tell you how they truly feel. The staff representative will be responsible for ensuring that the team meets frequently throughout the day to discuss progress. Each evaluator should be using the team report template and evaluator check sheet as a guide to complete all necessary observation and interviews. Please make sure that at least one of your team members interviews the program coordinator, interviews students, which can be informal or in groups, interviews a member of the administration, and interviews a majority of the technical faculty. Take a break as a team and enjoy lunch on site where the students are cooking and serving food if possible. You can use this opportunity to either meet with an administrator or the program coordinator. If no school personnel joins the team for lunch, use the time to discuss team report and evaluator check sheet progress and plan for the afternoon. In the afternoon of the second day of the site visit, each team member should be working through the evaluator check sheets and areas of the team report that correspond to each member's team function. If the program has evening classes, plan to observe them if the team is still on site. It is important for the team to review all aspects of the program from different perspectives to get an overall understanding of how a program operates. As an evaluation team, you are the ACFEF Accrediting Commission's eyes and ears. Please provide comments where necessary. You are not required to have a comment for each question. However, there are some instances where you must provide a comment. If you answer no for any question, you must provide a comment as to why you answered no, as this might be a non-compliance area. If you answer yes to any question and it is a strength, please provide a comment as to why it is a strength. Some questions will have a space to describe your answer to the question. Please be sure to provide a description in all spaces that request this. Not all no answers will be considered non-compliance areas, which is why it is vital to provide a comment or description where necessary. Some questions will ask you to assign a numeric value to a question from 1 to 5. Please review the front page of your team report template to review what each number means. You must provide a comment if you assign a 3, 2, or 1, you must provide a comment as this might be considered a non-compliance. If you assign a 5, you must provide a comment as this would signify a strength for the program. Late in the afternoon or early evening, the team should begin to put the team report together so that you have enough time to go over it together. There may be situations wherein the team will not be ready to write the team report until departing from the campus. If this is the case, plan to work on the team report during or after dinner. The team report is a team effort that should include comments, observations, and suggestions from all team members. Depending on the amount of time you have before your scheduled exit report, your evaluation team should have time to discuss any areas of concern, including those that are non-compliances and those that will just be suggestions. Remember that this is a team report, and there should be a team consensus as to what non-compliances, suggestions, and strengths are identified and communicated to the school. Each member of the team has their own area of expertise, and this should be taken into consideration while working as a team. Be sure to develop complete sentences which are concise and to the point. There is no right number of strengths, non-compliances, or suggestions. The team report should be put together keeping in mind the ACFEF Postsecondary Accreditation standards and the observations made by the evaluation team. Do not compare this program to your program or another one that you have visited. It is the duty and responsibility of each evaluator to perform a site visit without bias, whether positive or negative. The team report summary must include a complete list of the strengths, identified non-compliances, and suggestions on the summary pages. Do not forget that each non-compliance should be complemented with a suggestion from the evaluation team as to how to bring that non-compliance into compliance with the standards. Remember that you are providing suggestions, not solutions. Plan to eat breakfast at the hotel, unless the program has informed you otherwise. The team report should be mostly done by the time you arrive on site the third day. Leave the hotel in enough time to arrive on campus a good amount of time before the scheduled exit interview. Plan to make any last-minute changes, observations, or suggestions in the morning prior to the exit interview. The exit report meeting should include the same attendees as the opening interview meeting. At the beginning of this meeting, the staff representative will inform the program that this is a verbal summary of findings, not a dialogue to rebut any observations of the team. The program can ask for clarification, but there should not be any dialogue otherwise. Let the staff representative conduct this meeting, but feel free to contribute where appropriate. Use this order when delivering the exit report. Thank the program for their hospitality. Inform the program that you are giving a verbal summary and that a full narrative will be sent to them within 10 business days from the ACF National Office. If the team has identified any areas of noncompliance, the program must provide a written response to the ACF National Office with all documentation requested by the deadline listed on the letter. Any suggestions made by the team not concerning an identified area of noncompliance do not require a written response by the program. Let the program know that their self-study, the evaluation team's report, and the program response to any areas of noncompliance will be reviewed by the ACFEF Accrediting Commission at their next meeting. Read the program's strengths as observed by the evaluation team. Read any areas of noncompliance identified by the evaluation team. Be sure to include the specific standard number and the exact verbiage from the ACFEF Postsecondary Accreditation Standards document. Read the evaluation team's suggestions for the identified areas of noncompliance, and be sure to reiterate that the program will need to respond in writing to the summary they will receive from the ACF National Office. Read any additional suggestions that the evaluation team has identified that can help the program improve. Inform the program that there is no need to respond in any way to the additional suggestions mentioned during this section. Let the program know that if they have any further questions at this point regarding the site visit or the next steps in the process of receiving the grant of post-secondary accreditation, they can direct those to the ACF National Office. They are not to have any further communication with your evaluation team regarding the site visit or team report. Thank the program again and depart from the campus, bringing all paperwork with you. Be sure to keep and submit all of your original receipts for meals, parking tolls, and other expenses to, from, and during the site visit in order to be fully reimbursed by the ACF. To receive reimbursement for mileage traveled, please include with your original receipts and completed ACF travel expense report a map of your actual mileage. Expense reports must be turned into the ACF National Office within 2 weeks of the site visit for guaranteed reimbursement. Complete a site visit evaluation form so that the ACFEF Accrediting Commission can be informed of your experience and the pros and cons of the process from your perspective. Soon after the site visit is complete, you will be credited for the appropriate number of continuing education hours in our database system. You will not, however, receive a physical letter from our office. If you need a list of your CEHs, you can request it from the ACF National Office at any time. It is imperative to present the ACF in a professional manner at all times during site visits, as well as in communication prior to the visit. Please take note of these important reminders when preparing for a site visit. Wear appropriate attire during your time at school. Do not make plans for activities other than the site visit while serving as an evaluator. Do not include spouses as part of the evaluation team. They should not attend dinners, tours, or any part of the evaluation at the school. Be sure to keep the ACF National Office informed of any address or contact information changes, as we will contact you when site visit opportunities are available that fit your profile. If you need to contact our office, you can call 1-800-624-9458 and ask for a member of the Accreditation Department, or email us at accreditation@acfchefs.net.